Good evening, manifestors. Hope everyone is doing great, as well as can be in this dystopian universe that we have found ourselves to be living in. So the question for tonight is, how can we get our democracy back? How can we get this guy out of there? I think everybody knows who I'm talking about. How do we get our democracy back? How do we return to a place where our government is of the people, by the people, for the people? How do we get back to that? I'm assuming I'm going to have to say it, entertainment purposes only. I'm not sure where this reading is going to go. I'm wearing the Make America Smart Enough to Be Kind Again shirt from Hello Green Fairy. I will link it in the comments, and in the comments, in the description. Yeah, so what do we need to do? One thing that we can do is there is a protest, March 14th, 15th, and 16th, nowmarch.org. I will link that in the description as well. That will be in Washington, D.C. There was the 14th Amendment Now March that was in January before the inauguration. We were really trying to have Congress disqualify him under the 14th Amendment, Section 3, which didn't happen. And so we got to keep trying. And I feel like even before I draw any cards here, that it's going to be a keep trying situation. It's going to be a keep trying until it sticks. And so one thing to note is that you have to be paying attention to even know that there is like fighting back. He tweeted, or whatever, that lie social, something about illegal protests and defunding universities. Get the fuck out of here. Like, we have a constitution. It has a First Amendment, freedom of speech. A tweet is not an executive order. A tweet is not a law. So it comes back to do not obey in advance. When it comes to fascism, that's definitely going to be part of it. But okay, I'm going to get the cards going here. I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot deck today. Because it's my favorite deck, and I wasn't ready to go all the way, get turned inside out and back like my other deck does. So here we go. Again, entertainment purposes only. All right. If it seems like things are just awkward and taking a long time, these cards are really big and it's hard to shuffle them. So here we go. Current situation is the Hermit reversed. And so, goddamn. I feel like I said this before in one of these readings, that we got here by a lack of introspection, individually and as a collective. A lack of introspection has gotten us into a situation that is very dire. And it's not just introspection, it's really looking beneath the surface, looking behind the curtain. I believe that as a nation we've been very prone to like go with the flow, go along to get along. Like, we like our comforts, we like our privileges. We don't want to look too closely at what the true cost of them is. When you look at things like banning the critical race theory, or not even critical race theory, but just any DEI or any kind of teaching of history of minority people, it goes back to that. It goes back to, we don't want to know how the sausage was made. And because we want to keep selling that sausage. We don't want to know. We don't want people to know everything that went into this. Because if people really knew everything that went into it, people might not keep doing what they were doing. People might not keep willingly feeding the machine. So I believe that is where we are with that current situation. Challenged by, this is like the like I shuffled this into the deck. It's just the card that tells you what the deck is. You are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best life. I think that we think that that what has been sold to us as the American dream is our best life. We have no idea how much better it can be. I had a friend who moved to Australia recently and said like the trains are clean and they smell good. And I was in Ecuador last week and the trains were clean and they smelled good. And like, that's not the case here. It's like, we think that this country, that we think the United States is like at the top of the world, and in a lot of ways it is, but in a lot of ways, places that got technology later than we did really have done better with it, because the same kind of maybe political limitations don't exist or work differently. This is individual creativity. And the individual creativity of everyone, I think they're really scared. I think that the billionaire class is, I mean, I don't think, I know. The book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, like it told about the secret and the law of attraction, but it told about it in a very roundabout way where you kind of almost have to like have someone tell you what it was. It was like you could see in reading the book like how the wealthy class was really trying to hold on to the secrets of manifestation. Like it was literally like so much of the American corporate class has been built off of manifestation, but they don't want every human being to have that same knowledge. They want to manifest for you. They want to put that advertising in front of your face, and they want to decide what you're going to manifest. They want to decide what your creativity is able to create. So it's unplugging from that and getting reconnected to your own creativity. It says you're a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Like, you are made in the image of God. You can do literally fucking anything. And it is time to do it. It's time to do it. I almost feel like I can end this reading because it's I'm like just feeling it's gonna be the same as every other fucking reading that I've ever done about this political situation, which is really saying, look, you as an individual watching this video need to hone in on your own divine assignment, your own best life, and forget everybody else's. Forget anything else that has been told to you. So we'll go with that. So I'm going to actually keep going. So the goal here is going to be this strength, the inner strength. This inner strength, and I wonder why it's reversed. Inner strength. Being able to stand alone, like the infinite possibilities, like I said. So it's like the challenge it's the challenge of the fuckery, and it's the goal. YouTube is not gonna like me. I'm cussing too much on this reading, but I mean, living in a like privileged nation, you might not have been forced to develop inner strength to our fullest degree. And it's probably a good idea to do it right about now. So going with that, our subconscious influences, the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Everything's reversed. This is security. This is money. This is material reality, physical reality. And the subconscious influence is almost that we have this illusion that we have a solid, prosperous foundation on physical reality, like by virtue of being an American. And this might be suggesting that this is not true. And I actually agree with this. Not to say that this isn't still the richest country in the world, but America being America is not where the wealth came from. The wealth actually came from the covenant with God. I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of the original inhabitants, not original inhabitants, but the settlers who made this into the United States came from a Christian background, and they would have been very familiar with the covenant of God, with the covenant that God has with his people that includes material prosperity. This is kind of a hot take, hot biblical take, but it is there. God said to Abraham, go leave your, I'm going to paraphrase, leave your country and your people and your father's house, go to the land which I'll show you. I will make you into a great nation. I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you and curse those who curse you, and all peoples on earth will be blessed through you. The material wealth of this nation comes from the covenant, comes from that covenant of blessing between God and his people. We have to understand that. The wealth is not from being a part of a certain government or certain nation. It is from a covenant with God. And we can always get back to it, get realigned with that covenant. I'm not saying, and this is very important to, because I'm not the only person who is expressing this hot take, and a lot of the other ones who are saying it are on the like Christian nationalist side and on the like, we need to have a state religion that's Christianity, and I don't subscribe to that at all, because we're meant to have freedom of religion in this country, and I don't think that the religion that you call yourself and your relationship with God are necessarily even going to be the same thing. It has to be something which everyone has as a free choice, a free individual choice. So I'm saying like that the wealth comes from the covenant with God, but how you are going to choose to relate to God is your own business. It's your own business, it's your own choice, and nobody has the right to decide that for you. But if we want to wonder, like, why is the economy not good anymore? First of all, any individual can turn their life around in any economy by getting back to that covenant with God. And because I'm telling you, like, any financial problem has a spiritual solution. And this is where it's important to get that direct connection with the universe, direct connection with whatever is most sacred to you, so that you are able to always access that. So there's our subconscious influences for the day. In the past, we were feeling good. We were juggling, like we have nothing to worry about. This card has Two of Pentacles, there's nothing to worry about. You've got these like great material possibilities. It's like the time when we thought that we could do like the forever westward expansion, the gold rush, like days of like optimism. It's still happening. Is now the tech bro frontier. That is the AI, and like there's always going to be like the unbridled optimism of the like chase after wealth. definitely, like, I feel like that's always going to be a part of this country. And in the past, I feel like this was much more like widely shared among the population. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe that's just the impression that like I have hundreds of years later. But nonetheless, that's the card. In the future, it's a fight. This is a hell of a fight. But we're pushing forward. Why is it reversed though? So this is like really pushing forward, like against all odds. And it's like against like all these ones are coming to like get you. But like, and you know what? All of these where am I going with this? All of these new developments, new political developments. Let me just try to be politically correct with that. New political developments that have happened in this year. All this Project 2025 bull. It is in our face. But I think that with this card being reversed, that it means that none of those things are real. They seem real. They seem deadly. But this is God's world. This is God's world, and you are made in the image of God, and so it's your world. And so we can just flip that. And I believe that the day that a large number of us stands up, like the hardest part is getting the courage to stand up. And then once you're standing up, the walls just fall down. It's like submit to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. It's not like you don't submit to God, resist the devil, and then you have to fight him. No, you resist him, and then he just flees, just runs away. So I really have a strong sense that it will be like this for us when we stand up. I believe that the more that we like kowtow and like bow down and kiss the ring and bend the knee, it's just going to make things worse. We still have rights. We still have freedom of speech. We still have the Constitution. We still have the Bill of Rights. It is time to make use of it. So there we are. Where we find ourselves is the sleepless nights and anxiety, stress. And again, it's not real. Again, I mean, it's real. It feels real. This is like probably the most dire situation in modern history for the United States. But all of us who woke up that 4 a.m. with anxiety, the universe did not put evil in our path. The universe never intended evil for us. But what's it going to take for us to look at what is real? This 4D, this spiritual reality, to look at the real spiritual reality and begin to create from there. I knew this was going to be the same fucking reading, but we're still going to keep going. All right. Views of others. Betrayal. Treason. I mean, every country outside of the United States, they know that this has been a coup. Like, I wish I could remember exactly where I read it, but one of the like think tanks or something, they said that the United States no longer even has a democracy as a form of government. So everyone can see it. So what are we gonna do now? Hopes and fears. That our back is up against the wall, but we're ready to fight. it's almost like there is no fear here. So when I was in Ecuador, I went on this tour of this. It's called the Route of the Waterfalls, and I expected this is going to be just like a driving tour, and then I had a choice. At one point in the tour, it was like you could either like go on a zip line across this like death canyon, or you could walk on like this really like shaky bridge with like a glass bottom like through the same canyon. And I'm not that brave, so I went on the bridge, but like maybe the zip line would have been less scary. I don't know. It was terrifying, but it's like I just had to just keep not look down. I just refused to look down, and you just put one foot in front of the other and you go. And this situation, like, yeah, it's scary. There's no turning back. But the minute that you like face the fear and start moving forward, the fear goes away. And you do one scary thing, and then you're able to do the next scary thing. And then when you do the next scary thing, you're able to do the third scary thing. And so that's where we are. That's where we're going. It's where we need to go. And the outcome is going to be the Four of Wands reversed. This is like a happy ending. This is like a happy. I would call this a happy marriage card. Look how cute they are. They're so cute. But so it's a happy marriage reversed. I don't know what this means. I'm going to be thinking about this. So the Four of Wands is a journey of passion. And I think that it's not going to be perfect. I think that when we win, it's not, you know what? I know what it is. Because right now, there is a significant number of people who believe, like everything that's happening right now, they want it. They love it. They're here for it. And if we get Donald Trump out of office, like the people that voted for him, they're still there. We still have to learn to like bring together this division of people, the division of the people of our nation. Like it's still gonna be there. Like you can get rid of a president, but that doesn't change like who put him into place. Like, not that I believe that he won the election, that's a whole other issue, but nonetheless, like I do believe that the Republicans took the House and the Senate. I do believe that. So it's like there is a significant base of support for this craziness. So we're gonna have to like learn to bring it together. We're gonna have to learn to like get along with our fellow man and woman and non-binary people. We will have to learn to make this a more perfect union without like we were never meant to rely on a president to do that part of the job for us. That was always our job. So yeah, we can fight. We will fight. We must fight. After we win, there's still work to do. So hope this was entertaining or helpful in any kind of a way, and happy manifesting.